Welcome to the Men of War channel, and today we're going to cover something really cool. All right, we're going to discuss the Muay Thai warrior. Now, when you go back in time, Muay Thai warriors have been around for hundreds of years. All right, the tradition, the discipline has been basically a setting stone, that first step for many young men who have built themselves warriors throughout the process of becoming a top-level Muay Thai warrior. Now, Muay Thai itself, okay, it's embedded in so many traditions, so many powerful traditions, and honor really is at the forefront of everything that these warriors do. Muay Thai is traditionally passed down from master to trainee. Now, fighters have a deep respect for their seniors. And what I mean by deep respect, I'm talking about the honor code, that warrior code is embedded into their DNA. Now, sometimes these men go in the ring against one another. We can say even a 17-year-old, it's not uncommon for them to have over 300 fights under their belt to go against a 28, 30-year-old head to head. So even though they're fighting, there is a tremendous amount of respect when they're going at it in the ring. Trainers help to develop fighting skills, mental strength, and self-belief. They pass on dedication, commitment, and passion. I mean, look, this whole culture of the Muay Thai warrior is very strong. All right, the lineage is held very tight. They don't have hybrid systems or anything like that. It's either you believe in their culture and you live it, okay, or you're not doing Muay Thai. Masters bless the students for safety, success, and to fight well. Now, fighters honor their trainers with what they call white crew ritual before every single fight. Now, the pre-fight ceremony also seeks to invoke protection for both the fighter and their opponent. Winning is obviously the most desirable component, but honor, as I stated earlier, comes first, without a doubt. Win or lose, fighters congratulate each other and show deep respect to their opponent's trainer. Now, we can, as a society, get so much from this, right? The way that they respect each other, they hold each other in a way that no matter what, no matter if they're bleeding, if they're broken, if they've lost a fight, they treat each other with this mutual honor. Religion is tightly knitted to the Thai life, and it's implemented, it's integrated into the heart of the Muay Thai culture. The headpiece, which is called the monk horn, and the armband, which is called the prajwad, and of course the shorts, all have cultural and spiritual meaning. Traditionally, these are blessed to provide luck and protection. Now, as you know, Thailand has many deep superstitions and truly a belief in spirits. Now, the Ram Muay, which is part of the Muay Thai ritual, pays respects to these spirits. In the regulated world of Muay Thai, there are few practical fears on entering the Muay Thai ring. In the past, however, when fighters were going to war, divine blessings were much more significant. The Thai warrior in the battlefield was relentless, was a force to reckon with. Military camps and temples were centers for Muay Thai training. Many monks became Muay Thai fighters and warriors. They passed on these fighting techniques to warriors throughout. This culture is all about lineage. It's very tight, as I said earlier, and embedded into one of the most powerful martial arts that we have ever seen. The Muay Thai warriors start as young as 6-7 years old, and a lot of times they're too young to really believe that they want to become a champion, a Muay Thai champion. Most importantly, what happens here is this: their families gain quite a bit of money from these fights. They get in a better financial position, so the more fights that youngster is in, the more money the family makes. For some of these children, Muay Thai becomes a way of life, a completely different way of living. You know, some of them are abandoned or left orphaned, and they come into these organizations that train these warrior kids to be stronger, to be better human beings and to follow this path of warriorhood and honor to change their entire life. So some of these children actually grow up and become champions in the Muay Thai circle. And one of the most powerful movies that I've seen that had to do with the Muay Thai culture has been Kickboxer. Believe it or not, in the 80s, that was a very, very interesting movie and intrigued me because it kind of brought out the warrior culture from Thailand. And you see Jean-Claude Van Damme getting to a level where he fights in this ring, and there's a lot of different angles that this movie came from. All right, more importantly, it showed that, practicing this Muay Thai style was very powerful. You remember, the enemy, I forget his name, but he's kicking the wall, boom, 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 right? He has that power. And obviously Muay Thai is known for those power kicks, right? That involve the hip, involve the entire body. So what can we truly learn from the Muay Thai culture? Well, first and foremost, honor plays a big part of it. Also discipline. The ability to train, even at a young age. When you look at a 17-year-old and he has 300 fights under his belt, that is a lot of fights. That's a lot of contact. That is a lot of experience in the ring. And finally, for me, is the spiritual aspect, all right, that you get from the Muay Thai monks and the Muay Thai warriors. It is a battle-hardened art form, but it brings that spiritual sense into the center, into the core of it. All right, if you're getting value from this channel and you're starting to walk that warrior's path, I'm gonna ask you to smash that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Before you go, watch this video, Defeat Your Goliath. It's gonna inspire you and motivate you, all right? Until next time, God bless.